Hello everyone and welcome to another fun live stream. My name is Jessica Torres and today we're going to be doing another beauty live stream. If you guys have seen me live streams, you've seen me do fashion live streams, hauls, you've seen me do beauty, and as you guys already saw by the intro, it's by the very controversial and sold out product, Kim Kardashian's beauty, KKW's Beauty Cream Contour Kit. We are going to be reviewing it today. We're going to be talking about the scandals it's had. We're going to also be giving it away if you guys are interested in trying it yourself. If you yourself have been trying to buy it, but because it's sold out, you haven't been able to get it. We do have 3 shades that we will be giving away. So if you want to buy, well, not buy because we're giving them away. If you were trying to buy and you couldn't get your hands on it, lucky you, we will be giving away the KKW Beauty Contour Kit. And this one right here, we have the shade light. We also have it in dark and in deep dark. So if you guys want to win it, make sure to go to our Instagram account at Revelist and comment on our latest picture, latest video, and tag your bestie. So tag your bestie, let us know what shade you would like, and then we will pick 3 winners. So 1 for the light, 1 from the dark, and 1 for the deep dark. Okay guys, so let's get right into it. I will be mentioning the giveaway along as the live stream keeps on going. But for now, let's just go right into the live stream and let's talk about it. Okay, so first of all guys, one of the main controversies about the contour was when Jeffree Star opened up his little kit and he showed how much product was actually in the kit, and everybody was quite honestly shooketh. So once you get the little kit, you see the little, it comes with a highlighter, a highlighter stick, a contour stick, and then a brush. And this brush has like a little sponge on one side and then actual bristles of a brush on the other. And they come in with a little card telling you about how to prep, how to contour, how to shimmer lights, and all that fun stuff that you may be interested to actually use these products for the first time. So when you get it, you actually receive it in this bag right here. This is the way it comes. It has a very faint KKW Beauty. You can't really see it. And then it has a little card, like I said, on how to use the product. And then you get the bag right here with all the products in it. So this is the way it comes, right? Now, like I was saying earlier, the main scandal, one of the main scandals that happened was the kit retails for $48, but because you get almost nothing in it, a lot of people were very upset about that. Once you roll it up, it's about half of your thumb or a little less, about that much product that you get. So every contour stick has 2 colors. So it's about the same tone. One is lighter than the other. And so it says side 1 and then side 2 for you to use. And we have tried it on different skin tones here to see which ones we would like or how it uses, how the products work overall. The main thing you should know about this product is that the product is actually very, very creamy. So you kind of have to use a lot. If you've ever seen Kim Kardashian testing this out and trying it out, you see that she goes ham on her face. And the reason why is because the payoff from the color is not that strong. So you're kind of, even once you find your shade and you're like, okay, this is the shade that would contour me best, you kind of just have to go over it over and over and over because it's very creamy. The payoff, the color payoff is very light. So Kim Kardashian, if I'm not mistaken, she said she uses from dark to deep dark, which is also part of the controversy of why the shades are so limited. There's, of course, so many people out there wanting to buy this, and it's only available in 4 colors, from light to medium to dark to deep dark. And the colors were not all really great. I think the main thing that I took out from when I was testing these out myself was that they were extremely, extremely light. These were not colors that people of color who are much darker than I am, who, I don't know, are way, way darker would not be able to use because it's not that noticeable. And also, when you try on the deep dark highlighter, it's honestly just a peach color corrector, and it's the weirdest thing ever. And the payoff, again, it's very weird. I don't understand why that was like this really weird peach payoff. So let me just mention again, the first cream contour kit was $48, the color light. We tested it out and we saw, we tested it on Becca, our co-worker right here, and we did go over it a couple of times, but you can't, once you blend it in, you kind of just, it fades out, you can't really see it. So this was like contouring her face about a few times for the light, and it retails for $48. Now I tried on the medium, and as well, they all $48. For the medium, same situation. I believe I used the darkest shade on the medium because they do have the side 1 and then side 2. So it says 1 and 2 on the actual stick. And I was blending in a few times. And then after a while, another thing about this brush is once you're using it, let's say by the second or third time that I use the actual brush, so to blend in the contour, I used the brush with the bristle side. And it was fine, but then after a while, like the third or the fourth use, it was not really blending in that well. You would have like, it looked really blotchy. It kind of like smeared the product rather than to blend it in nicely into your skin. So it was really, really weird to actually see that. And then we also did try it on the darker skin tone based on like who would fit best this color, and which was Layla. And she tried it. She's not really someone who contours that much. So she did have to go over it a few times. She did an amazing job and she looked great, but this is pretty like light even for her, because she did have to go a couple of times over it to make sure that they had a noticeable contour. Because if you see Kim Kardashian ever do it, she mixes a whole bunch and she applies a whole lot of product on her face when she's contouring, and she does this little trick about contouring over her forehead, which is like her favorite thing to do, and then she does under her eyelids, and she also says that she does on the lips as well to contour, make them look bigger. Again, guys, welcome if you're just joining our live stream. Today we're reviewing the KKW Contour Kit, pretty much, and we're also doing a giveaway. So if you guys have been trying to get your hands on one of the KKW Beauty Contour Kits, today is your chance. So make sure you're following us on Instagram. It's at @HeyRevelist, and mention the color or the shade that you would want and tag your bestie. Tag anyone you know is obsessed with the Kardashians, anyone you know who might hate the Kardashians but is still interested in trying to know about the product. You know, whoever wants to win the thing, make sure you tag that person, your friend, your cousin, your aunt, whoever you want to tag. Make sure you're tagging and mention the shade that you want. We only want, we only have the light, dark, and deep dark. Okay, so now moving on to the next color. Guys, I think we just spoke about the dark, so we're gonna go again into the deep dark. So the deep dark, we tried it on Mary, and again, it was a bit too light for her. We did have to go over it a couple of times to make sure that we had a noticeable contour. The product is extremely creamy, and when you blend it out, it blends out pretty much into nothing. So it's kind of like using a really cheap contour kit. I've used the NYX product, which is the only thing I can compare it to, but the NYX one is way better because it does give you more product. The color payoff is much more noticeable than it is here in the KKW Beauty Kits. I think it's really cool. So if you go on the website where you can get it, is kkWbeauty.com. Most of the shades, or actually all of the shades, are completely sold out. So let me know, guys, in the comments if you've actually tried it before, or what you were thinking when you tried it, or if you weren't able to buy it because it sold out immediately. Let us know your experience. And let's move on. So also, what we did, we wanted to find out, because Jeffree Star did point out how small and how little product you actually get out of this. It's so small. It's like half, not even half of my thumb. It's less than half of my thumb. Of course, this has been used, but not that much. We decided to test out and see how many actual full face contours we can actually get from this. And what we did, we called in Brittany, and we had Brittany put it on, contour her full face, like Kim Kardashian, make sure she did forehead, nose, cheeks, jawline, everything Kim Kardashian usually does, except for the eyes. We did not do eyes or lips. We just contoured the face, but not those two products. So we contoured the first time. The first thing we noticed was that the product was extremely creamy. We were contouring over and over again. So the brush got dirty and we were like kind of annoyed because we had to kind of clean it up after every contour. We would have to clean it up because the product would still stay inside the bristles. And when you were blending in a fresh contour, you still had the residue of the other one, which is making it really hard for us to blend it into a simple, nice, very blended in contour, to say that. And then again, the highlighted part, guys. So every stick has the highlighter part. Comes with a highlighter stick, and one is more like a concealer type of thing, and the other one is much more of a highlighter. So the side, for example, on the light highlight, the side one is pretty much a concealer, and it's very creamy, very white, almost like a yellow undertone. In comparison to when I tried it, light was way too light for me. And then when you try the other side, which is side 2 of this kit, it is much more glistening. It's like you see, like you can totally tell it's a highlighter. It's kind of like the Anastasia Beverly Hills color. I forgot the color, which one it is, but it's very similar to it. I think it's Summer, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm mistaken, let me know, guys, what color this reminds you of in the comments section, and ask each other, tag your friends, make sure that you guys, if you want to win this, of course, we are trying all of this so that you guys can know what you're getting if you were thinking of buying it. But if you weren't able to get it, you can definitely win it today, because all you have to do, and this is only for 24 hours, so all you have to do is go to Instagram at @HeyRevelist, tag your bestie in the last video that we just posted, and mention the shade that you would want. Again, we only have light, dark, and deep dark. So make sure you guys are aware of that. Medium was a very popular color, of course. But even I would probably even use dark. If I'm a little bit tanner, I would totally use dark, because the color payoff is very, very light. I know some of my friends who have bought it and they're like, yeah, this is a little too light for me. So it really didn't work out. Just keep that in mind as well, guys, when you do test it out. And now let's talk about the brush, because this is probably, aside from the colors not being that dark and not having a variety of colors, she only had 4 shades, and naming them deep dark and then dark, like when you make more colors, what's the name going to be? Deep dark? Like, that's the part that I didn't understand, why she had to name them that. So anyways, when I was using the actual product and I'm blending it in my face when I was contouring, again, I realized that the bristles are very soft. When you first touch it, it's extremely soft. You're like, oh, okay, this feels nice. But when you put it on your face and then you start like blending it in and out to make sure you get a perfect contour, it was very messy. First 2 times you kind of blend it into nothing. You're like, wait, did I put on anything? So you kind of go on it again like a few more times, and then you're constantly blending it again. Then by the 4th, 5th time, I noticed that the product was just keeping in the bristles. You had to constantly keep cleaning this up. And of course, you clean up your brushes, but I don't clean my brushes that often, especially when I only do it to contour. So yeah. Also, when we did a time lapse to make sure that you guys can see how long it lasted. We did about 1, 2, and we love the effect of it, seeing it go down from like the top to the end. So we contoured Brittany's face. We had to clean the brushes. It was very creamy and all of that. But by the end of the time, when the entire stick, the one stick we tested was over, it was 23 full contours that we actually got. So pretty much what we did is, on one side, we used side 2 on Brittany. We made her contour her full face, and we would have her blend in and out to make sure that we had every single use. So first 5 uses was okay, and then it started getting really blotchy. We had to like clean the product up. We were kind of surprised that it wasn't as much, but it's only, of course, we tested it only on one side, which means the other side again would be 23 contours as well, but it's a little bit lighter. So if you're using the dark one already, because the light one is too light, by the time you want to use the lighter one on that contour stick, it might not be good enough for you. So keep that in mind as well if you are planning on buying the KKW Cream Contour Kits, which retail for $48 and are currently sold out. So if you guys, one more time, if you guys want to win the contour kit, the entire brand new, never been used contour kit, make sure to go to Revelist Instagram page at Revelist and tag your bestie, mention the shade that you want. You only have light, dark, and deep dark. Oh, of course, make sure to follow us. You have to make sure that you're following, commenting the shade you want, and tagging your bestie. And we will be contacting whoever the winner is and letting you guys know so that you guys can expect the contour kit super soon. I will say that my favorite thing, and it's not, I don't want to just come here and bash the product. I will say that in the light, I really loved the highlighter section, not the concealer section. In part of it, I do like the highlighter. It's very pretty. Of course, it's way too light for me. I'm not very much, like, I think right now in the moment I'm a little too tan, so it might look a little weird on me. So these are the swatches for the light one. We're also going to show you swatches for the medium one and deep dark. So as you guys can see, the darker one for the light one, the highlighter is very pretty. It's extremely nice. Let me know what you guys think, of course, because we want to know your opinion. The concealer is very white, of course, too white for me, but definitely good for people who have fair skin. The medium shades were very nice. I think this is the one that fit my skin tone the most. It wasn't too dark, but it wasn't too light at the same time. I did have to go over it a few times to make sure that I got a pretty good contour. So I had to go over a few, like 3 or 4 times on every side that I had to contour, which is kind of like what you would normally do unless you have a product that's very rich in color and pigment. Then you would only go over it once or twice until you're completely blended off. So yes, and if you guys noticed, we also did a video where we tested to see how many full face contours we got from it, and the total was 23 full face contours. Now, I know a lot of people are having questions like, okay, but, and of course that's not a complete month if you contour every day. So Kim Kardashian, what she says she does, she doesn't use any other type of makeup. All she does sometimes is contour her entire face, and that's her makeup for her day. So if you're doing this, if you're not using foundation, if you're just contouring, using the contour and the highlighter to do your full face, then by 23 days you will be done on one shade. It does have another side, and yes, we know that it does have another side, but the other side is lighter than the one that you were using. Or if you're using the lighter one because the other one's too dark, then you're not really going to have a fair use of the product, pretty much, because once you're done with one side, you can't really use the other. So pretty much only 23 contours. We really like how the product was creamy. That was a really good thing, because it's always, when it's creamy, it's always easier to blend in. But the product, this product, you would blend in and blend, and it kind of, instead of giving you like this contour that you wanted, it blended into nothing, and then you had to go over it a few more times to make sure that you actually had some product in it. Let's go back to the swatches and show you guys the swatches for the dark color. So the dark ones are actually not that dark, I think, because if I'm not mistaken, I feel like I've actually bought products that are about that same shade for myself, and I don't feel like that would be something that my friend who's darker than me would be lucky enough to actually wear. Do you know what I'm saying? So guys, for those of you commenting on the video, the colors, make sure you are going to follow us on Instagram. So go open your Instagram account, go follow at Revelist, mention the shade that you want, and tag your bestie, so that you guys can have a chance into winning the products. We only have light, dark, and deep dark. So don't be afraid if you're a bit more tanner than I am to ask for the dark one, because the payoff is not that great in color. So it would probably work on you. So if you're like a shade or 2 shades darker than I am, then totally go for the dark one. I would recommend. I kind of think I should have went for the dark one, to be honest, because it was very light. Like if you see Kim Kardashian, she's using the dark and the deep dark to contour her face, which should say something to you guys. Like if that is the darkest you're going and you're not that dark, then we have a problem, we have a struggle. And look at how much, and in our video when we were contouring, guys, we were not being as generous as she was, because she has a whole bunch of contour on her forehead. She has an entire, like, pretty much half of her forehead is contoured. And the side of her face, she does the classic little 3, which is a great way, or a great technique if you don't know how to contour. You go from the forehead, under the cheekbone, and the jawline, and then she would blend in. But she was mixing the dark and the deep dark. And of course, if you're doing those colors, then like, what is up with the rest of the people who are way darker than she is than I am, because I think she's a bit darker than me, and she's using these colors, you know what I mean? Like, make sure and keep your eyes open, guys. If you do want to win this, you have to go and follow us on Instagram, tag your bestie, and make sure to mention the color that you want to win. We will be contacting you soon. We only have 24 hours for this giveaway, so make sure that you guys are on your toes. Go to Instagram right now, make sure to comment, leave some love for us too. Go like other videos, go like other pictures, and let us know that you came from the live stream. So live stream family, definitely let us know that you came from here. So if you want to be like, live stream shout out, I came here for the giveaway, give me whatever color you want, and don't forget to tag your bestie. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys are more informed about the product. So because a lot of people did not get to buy the actual product because it sold out really, really, really quickly. I remember the day that we were trying to get it, we had like about 6 people online ready to buy it, and we were lucky enough to get two sets of each. So if you guys want to win, again, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and leave the comments. Overall, I love the aesthetic of how pretty the set looks on her Instagram account. It's very pretty, it's very cute. You don't get a lot of products, guys, honestly. You don't get a lot. If you use one side of the darker shade of the contour, you can't really use the other one because you won't notice it unless you like pile it up on your face, which is what Kim Kardashian does. So if that's your thing, if you don't really are a light contour, because the way I contour, I only kind of contour under my cheeks. So the product would probably last me a little bit longer than a month because I would only do that. Sometimes I haven't contoured in a while. I only pretty much contoured for this occasion. And it was very fun to be able to contour, guys, and to be able to like try it on. But if you want, this is what happened with us. So we only got 23 contours out of it. The product was extremely creamy. I hated the actual brush because it was very, very, it took off the product from your face and then you had to apply it. And then when you reapplied the contour, it was just smudging the product and swiping it around your face and not really blending. And then the sponge side of the actual product that we actually used to blend in the concealer and the highlighter was very weird. The texture is almost like a blending sponge, but it's a little bit harder and like drier. Of course, you can wet it. No brainer, you can definitely wet it. But definitely make sure that you keep that in mind if you want to win them. I think that for the future, I would definitely like to see a lot more shades. I definitely want to see a lot of more like diversity in that campaign. The model for the deepest dark color that she had was a couple of shades darker than Kim Kardashian, so we would definitely want to see someone darker. We want to see a full range of color contours because she has such a huge following. That means that a lot of people want to try her products, and you're just forgetting a whole bunch of people that are being neglected. And that's more money, so just make more colors and sell more contour kits and you get more money. I don't get it, so just bring it up to everyone. Mimi Marquesta, she said darker because it's not too dark. That's right. I used on the video, I'm using medium, guys, but I think I would probably even use dark and probably use the lighter shade on the dark side, and then blend it out and try that one more time because the medium was a little too light. I did have to go over it like a whole bunch of times to make sure that I had a noticeable contour, and I'm telling you that I think I was contouring for at least a good 45 minutes with the medium shade because it wasn't as dark or as noticeable, and it was just weird. So as you can see, I'm blending and blending and blending, and it would blend into my skin, into my foundation, and then it looked like it didn't have anything at all. So again, guys, for those of you just tuning in, welcome. We're reviewing the KKW Beauty Cream Contour and Highlighter Kits. It retails for $48 normally, but if you guys didn't have a chance to buy it, make sure that you go follow us on Instagram. It's @HeyRevelist. Make sure to tag your bestie, mention the shade that you want. We only have light, dark, and deep dark, which honestly are pretty good colors if you are around those ranges. Like I said, I use medium, but I would probably even go for dark. When I get tanner, I would definitely probably have to use dark because medium would be a little too light for me. So at that time, Brittany, when we were trying it with Brittany, she was about the same skin color tone as me, and she used medium as well. We kind of did a 6-hour shoot. We were in here sweating with Marianne, and we pretty much got, after 6 hours, we only got a complete of 23 full contours out of one-sided stick. And again, guys, I know that you guys will say, yeah, that's okay, because one side is 23, and then that means the other side you get 23. So whatever, you're getting a little bit of over almost 2 months, not really. But the thing is that if you're using one shade, that means that that one shade is fitting you best, and then the other one's going to be too light or it's going to be too dark for you guys. So you're kind of only getting half of like the thumb, which is like all you get for that product. So yes, guys, I hope you guys really enjoy this this little review and giveaway. Make sure that you're following us here, you're following us on Instagram, and comment the shade you want. Let us know that you came from this live stream. Leave live stream family here. I want, you know, whatever color it is, and then tag your bestie and make sure that you open the possibility for you to get one of these. So I hope you guys really enjoy this. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Make sure to follow us and comment if you really want to win one of these so that you can make your own, you know, opinion. It's, you know, this is what happened with us. This is our experience. So make sure to definitely go and follow us and comment and tag a bestie and tag and mention the color that you want. So see you guys next time. Let us know one of the products you want us to review. Let's see what other giveaways you guys want us to do. Let us know. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.